Hey, what's up, Justin here, and what I wanted to talk about today is taking things seriously. So I believe that we're all spirits and that we all choose to come to Earth. And coming to Earth is one of the many options that we have as spirits, and it's kind of a big deal. Now, I just wanted to talk a little bit about the idea of purpose. So you can look at purpose in a couple of ways. Maybe more superficially might be it's just good for our well-being because it's linked to an optimistic way of thinking, or that it comes from painful experiences. So for example, that's when maybe Batman decides to spend his life fighting crime after his parents are killed by criminals, and that painful experiences gives him motivation and some kind of reason to be on the planet. I believe our purpose is more linked to a couple of moments that we have in our lives, that the universe is using us as some kind of vessel. It feels like everything comes together. Maybe it's an out-of-body experience and we've been put there for a reason, or maybe to just fulfill that experience for ourselves or for other people around us, and that there's a reason, that there's something instead of nothing, and that we've chosen to come to Earth. If your purpose is more linked to taking things seriously, trying to have a cool self-image, then it can have some pros and cons in regards to how you carry about your life. An example of that would be if you take yourself very seriously and you walk on stage and you trip, then you might feel really anxious and beat yourself up for it and think that was like not a cool thing to do. Whereas if your purpose is maybe to not take things seriously, which is a noble purpose in itself, you might just laugh it off and not really care as much. Now, I'm talking about purpose a little bit because if you do take things very seriously and you are going after things that you want in life, then maybe there's a bit of a way of thinking that can help you deal with the negative reactions and experiences that you get from other people. So sometimes it's better to try and have that competitive edge to your personality that makes other people better, and your purpose is higher than just getting people to like you superficially. It's more them being better as people. If you maybe discipline someone or maybe better than someone at something, it might cause them to not like you in the short term. However, in the long term, it might force them to kind of be better people, and it's a bit of a greater purpose that you have than getting other people to like you. It forces you to transcend your self-image a little bit. We can look at it as two ways of looking at the world. One could be a way where we look at the world as everyone's equal, everyone goes to the toilet and goes to the food court and dies, and everyone's kind of the same sentient biological being that interacts with each other. Or we can kind of look at the world from this creative, maybe all figments of our own imagination way of looking at the world, because we're all these big kind of personalities, these larger than life professional wrestling characters that have some kind of creative influence on the people around us. And I prefer to look at it that way because subtly, in a way, if you're looking deeply and you're seeing the best in other people, it forces the best in them to come out, and that's a greater reason for you to be here than maybe just looking at people as just regular people and just having them interact with you in a more mundane kind of way. If you're 100% positive with someone on a deeper level, and they at some point make some kind of rude or snarky comment or some negative comment at you, and they go down to 99% positive, even if it's a tiny little thing, they can never catch up, and therefore you've kind of beaten them in that race, and they can never get back up to 100%. It's like they can never get older than you because you're going to stay positive. You're not going to react in a negative, dark way, and then you've beaten them and you force them to be better. So if you want things in the life, you might have to take things a little bit more seriously, go after things what you want, and seriously as in finding the joy within yourself as well, not just very serious like you're not smiling all the time, finding the joy within yourself, making other people be better, and waiting for those moments where everything comes together and the universe is using you as a vessel. So I hope you guys gained some sort of value from this video, and I'll catch you guys next time.